Hi everybody, hello and welcome. This is the collage for week 17. Mine's turned out a bit distinctly not arty, but I followed the prompts so nobody can shout at me. The prompts are, there you go, they're on the group actually, but for those of you not on the group, these are the prompts. A stamp, not a postage stamp, proper stamp. Stripes, now you can interpret that any way you like. Can be stripes of paper, inky background in 3 stripes, whatever, however you want to do stripes. I see somebody on the groups used some craft paper to make stripes. I thought it was particularly effective. A square in a solid colour, and by solid I mean not patterned, so just some solid colour. Word or words, and twine or string. So there you go. Off we jolly well set about our collage. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to show you. I want to show you this. Look at it. It's fabulous. I bet you don't know what it is. Linda Park very kindly, very kindly sent me this. It's by a company called My Sweet Petunia, and it's like a glue trigger, but better than that. You don't keep having to replace the lid. The lid sits on there like that, and you just use it, pop it back into there, and there's a little silicone thing at the bottom, that pink thing's a little silicone thing that the nozzle rests on, and it's just so easy. When I saw it, I thought, because I've got really little hands, I thought, oh, I won't be able to pull that. But actually, you really don't need to. The merest amount of pressure, and you get the finest little bead of glue. I'm much taken with it and very grateful to you, Linda. It's fabulous. So thank you very much for that. And I really do heartily recommend them. Right, enough of that. Here is my paper, my page. I've cut it out to go in the book. And what I'm going to do first is... Oh, that doesn't fit in there. Plan B, scoreboard. I'm going to score down every sort of 3/4 of an inch. Let's just check. 1, 2 1/4, 3, 3 3/4, 4 1/2. Yep, that'll be fine. So 3/4. 1 1/2. This is testing my maths. 1 1/2. 2 1/4. 3. 3 3/4. 4 1/2. And then that's it for me. I run out at that stage. So okay, now I'm not sure which side to do this on, and you've seen me do this before actually, it's nothing new. But it came into my head when the prompt was stripes. So I'm going to take my ink pad, and for this, I don't know why, but I've got a blue mood. So I'm using the Distress Oxide in Blueprint Sketch. It's a particularly pretty colour, and not one I use very often to be honest, but I really do like it a lot. And I'm just going to do this. This is the side where the bumps are. That's the side where they're inverted. I'm going to try it where the bumps are first, but I might have to turn it over and do the other side because I can't quite remember. This is a really new ink pad. So from off outside the page, just keep your ink pad fairly flat and drag it from top to bottom. And it's really juicy, this pad, because it's so new. And I'm just going to go over again. Don't think these are entirely straight, but it really doesn't matter. So there we are. Does that look stripy? I can see the stripes. Wonder if it would be better on the other side. Let's give it a go. Oh, I've got all ink everywhere, but never mind. Yeah, I think it is more pronounced on that side. The side that's indented looks a bit clearer. The stripes look a bit clearer. Okay, that's me done. I've made this faux wood grained effect, which I really rather like. I tell you what that would be nice for. That would be really nice at Christmas time if you did it red. Instead of blue, did it red or dark green. I think that would work really nicely. A lovely background. Can you imagine a nice snowman on there, or Santa or holly wreath or something? I think that would look quite nice actually. So, oh, I'm going to waste this ink, but you know, sometimes you have to do what you have to do. So I don't want to get it on my collage piece. Oh, look at all that. Never mind. There we go. So, yeah, well, we've got a good comparison now, haven't we? That's the indented side. I think the stripes are more pronounced on that. And that's, you know, that's what I'm looking for, stripes. So we'll call it a day with that. Right, that's my background. Just going to set it aside to dry whilst I work on my foreground. I did have some bits put to one side, which I've now promptly lost. Oh dear. Found it! It's white. My square is white, but there's also going to be another square. So, and this seems to measure a little over 3 by a little over 3, so it's square. And I'm going to put a butterfly on it. Stamp a butterfly. That way then I've got my square and my stamp. Cunning. And I'm going to use Distress Oxide, which are very, very, very... That does not want to stay on there. I very seldom use any of the... Oh my goodness me. Ah. There we go. I seldom use any of the Distress products for stamping, because they don't give the clearest of images, but on this occasion it's what I want. So right, let's see if I can get this inked up nicely. Fortunately this pad is very, very juicy Lucy, and I can see exactly where is inked and where isn't inked. Sometimes it's an idea to turn your stamp around, catch bits that you haven't caught. Right, I'm really going to try and get this in the centre. Either that or I've got to cut it down, and I don't want to do that. So I think about there. Here's hoping. You give it a good press down, but don't be overly keen on it, because it's a Distress Oxide and it'll go smudgy. Look at that. Not lovely? Yay, it is.
Little Miss P did you proud.
Little Miss P did me proud again. Let me just get a wet wipe out of my drawer. Clean that off, because otherwise I'll come to use it the next time and it'll be all blue. There we go. So put that to one side. I think I'm probably finished with that ink now. So the next thing I want is a border around it with this dark blue, and it kind of fits in quite nicely with the blueprint sketch. I think it's going to have to, because it's the only blue I've got, and I want to stick that on there, and then cut the border off around it if necessary. So I get to use my new glue gun. So it's just honestly so easy to use. It's fabulous. Thanks, Mr. F. Just seeing if we can get the light in a little bit better. So let's put that about there. And it comes with a bottle full of the Tonic Nouveau, I think it is, glue, and actually I really like that glue as well. So let's see if I can trim this final bit out sort of equal, which would be good. That's alright, that's okay, I like it. Now the other thing that we need is words or a word or something. So I'll see what I've got. What have I got in these little rub-ons here? That's not a rub-on. Got these. Right, what have I got? Curiosities. Evidence. Collector. Yeah, let's have collector. That goes, doesn't it? You could stamp it, you know, stamp a word on as well if you wanted to. Then you'd have 2 stamps. But this will be fine. So I'm just going to put that at the bottom there. Like that. Yeah, that's fine. And just to get the handle of my tweezers just to rub it on. Honestly, these tweezers get used for so much more than just tweezing. They're Sizzix ones, and they're really good actually. I've just about wrecked both of my pairs from holding things up that's got embossing glaze on them. Okay, so that's that. So that's going to go on there, like that. And I did also cut out some leaves, just some foliage. So Mr. F's lighting the fire and he's snooping around to see if I've got any waste paper in my bin. So I thought I might put that bit up there, and then maybe just a whole one at the bottom. Yeah, I quite like that. I quite like that. Let's do that. So, get to use my glue gun again. You'd think that it would be really difficult to use this, but I'm applying virtually no pressure here. And you're just getting this teeny weeny bead of glue. I'm doing a right advert for them, aren't I? So let's just tuck that in behind there and have it coming out there. Let's pat that down. I know there won't be any excess glue because I've just put on a tiny amount. But with this tonic glue, it seems to be adequate. It seems to hold it fine. So let's put this on now. Just kind of there, I think. Does that look square? Not particularly. I think that's square. Let's stick that down. And let's put the other die cut on. The die cut wasn't a prompt, I've just added it because I thought mine needed it. It looked a bit a bit barren without it. I was thinking that the leaves would look quite nice in craft paper as well, especially if I used like twine, a natural sort of twine. I thought that might look quite nice, but that's just a thought. So we'll just have that there, coming up here. This is a die that I got from Ali, and it's a really useful one actually, because the stem is so thin you can really bend it to where you want it to be, which I like. I appreciate that. I've got another one, but I don't think I need it. And then for twine I have this blue and white baker's twine, isn't it? Yeah, that's what it's called. And I've got some double-sided tape, and I'm going to put that on the back side where I'm going to put my twine. So down there, just to hold the twine as it's going round. There we go. And pick up the release paper. Not that way, doesn't want to come. I should have burnished this down. It's always easier to pick up release tape if you burnish things down. I think I'm picking up, oh no, got it, there we go. Right, so I want to leave enough at the front so I can tie a bow, so that's probably enough. And put that down there, stick it on. It's quite sticky, that tape, so we're all right. And I need more and more twine, and then just bring it. It's the second groove that I'm sort of following. It just comes into that square nicely. So I'm following that groove, going up round the back, sticking that again to my tape, to the front. I think I want three strands. So to there. That's my loose end. And then I'm going to have to come up here because that's where my sticky bit is. To there. And it looks a bit tight, but when you get it stuck down, it's right. And I just want to leave myself enough to tie a bow, which is, I think I've allowed myself enough to blink in moor the QE2, but never mind. We can always trim the ends off. So I'm just going to bring that over that square there and tie a bow. And says she, like tying a bow was easy. Yikes, I think I've got it. I've got it. There we go. So where's my ends? I've got one there, that's fine. And this one, just need to cut that off about there. Yep, lovely. That's nice, I like that. So I'm just going to spread these out a little bit. I always think they look nicer when you spread them out. Like that. Lovely. That's it. Let me just check, because that seemed very easy. Stamp, yes. Stripes, definitely. A square in a solid colour, yeah. White and blue. Word, yes. And twine, blimey. That was easy. That was easy. Right, where am I going to put this? Well, we left this page here opposite this one. I think it'll go there. It might make this page look a little dowdy, but let's just call it grunge and we'll carry on. I think that'll go there rather nicely. It's a very, very simple collage, and actually it's a bit like a card really, isn't it? I'm going to use Collage for this because I might want to move it round. And the Nouveau glue is a bit, stick it down and it's done. It's a bit like the art glitter glue. So yes, quite apart from recommending the My Sweet Petunia, I also recommend a tonic glue. It is PVA, not EVA, so, you know, if you put too much on, it will make your paper wrinkle up. But apart from that, I haven't had that happen to me so far. So let's just pop that there. Yeah, I think that's fine. It's pretty, isn't it, actually? Very simple. Very, very, very simple. But effective. My book's getting kind of full. It's gone all sort of buckled from the thickness of each collage. But never mind. It's just to sort of serve as a aide-memoire. Gone all French. You know, when I look through it and think, that was a good idea, I might implement that, you know, somewhere in a journal or whatever. I'm just going to go round the edge and stick that down, because I'm asking rather a lot of it, really. There we go. So there we have it. I mean, how quick and painless was that? So that's week 17 again. There's your prompts. Stamp, not a postage stamp, a proper stampy stamp. Stripes, a square in a solid colour, word or words, and twine or string. And there's my offering to you this week. I know it's straightforward and easy, but it is effective. I do quite like it. And like I say, I'm pretty sure you could take that over into Christmas. Maybe my mind's just thinking Christmas, I don't know. But that's that. So thanks for joining me. I really look forward to seeing what you do in the group. Personally myself, I didn't struggle too much with these prompts. I found them fairly straightforward to do. And I hope you do too. And please, if you can, share them on the group, the Miss Paint-A-Lot's Junk Journal group. I'd love to see them. I always love to see what you do. So thanks for now. Take care now. Bye.